lamb. It is so good, and that's what we're cooking with today. Beautiful cow lamb, 4/4 chops, and I'm doing the Aussie Cassoulet. That's right, you know the classic French Cassoulet? Well, we're Aussieifying it. It's all going in one pot. It's gonna tick away, it's gonna develop those flavors, and it's gonna be absolutely delicious. Pop the lid off our camp oven, and the first thing I'm gonna do is just color off these lamb 4/4 chops. I'm gonna pop them in there, sizzle straight away, that's what we want. We're just gonna develop some color, bit of caramelization on the outside of the chops. Couple of minutes on each side. You'll feel and hear when they're gonna pull away from the bottom of the pan. We'll just keep an eye on these. Key here is not having those coals too hot. We can always add more, but once that cast iron gets roaring, it's hard to cool it down. All right, nice turn. There we go, a bit of color on there. Get that color going. All right, these are looking good. Nice bit of color on there. Just pull them out. And then we're gonna go straight in with the remainder of our choppies. Bit more color, bit more cooking. Amazing, ready to go. Choppies are doing their thing. What I'm gonna do now is get this delicious bacon. Look at that, that is just getting me excited. What I'm gonna do is cut it into quite nice pieces, some large chunks. And that'll go in together with our onion, our celery, and our carrots. So bacon's there, that's ready to go in once those choppies are done. But we'll get some of our aromats. I've got the carrot. I'm just gonna peel that really simply, get rid of the outside skin, and then we'll cut it into sort of random gnarly angled chunks. Kind of fun. The carrots are ticking those boxes, which is good. Couple of stalks of celery. And then again, same sort of deal, just a few sort of random angles on the celery. Okay. Flavor town. Garlic, I'm basically gonna go a whole big head straight down in half. Leave the skin on. That's great. An onion. Chop that through. And same again, I'm just gonna cut it into pretty big, generous dice. Because with this sort of cook, it's gonna take a little minute. Everything's gonna come together quite nicely. Happy days. Okay, these chops are gonna come out happy as Larry. So I'm talking about all that wonderful color. You can see that, nice and golden. Pop that down. Now it's time for our bacon. That's gonna go in. Bacon. Got our carrots. I just love the color of these carrots. Look at them in that afternoon sunlight, just dancing around. Beautiful. Carrots go in. Celery, carrots, onion, garlic. Onion goes in. Look at this. Garlic. Oh, that can come off. That goes in there as well. What else have we got? We got some thyme, got some rosemary. The Aussie Cassoulet would not be complete without lamb and rosemary, so it's quite long. I'm just gonna break it in half. A couple of sprigs of thyme, that goes in. And then just to help it along, I'm just gonna put a couple of knobs of butter in there, just to really get that delicious moorishness going. Big wooden spoon, stir it all around. A good pinch of salt goes in, a big grind of pepper, sort of stirring that around, keeping it moving across the heat and just sweating things down until that flavour really develops. Now it's time for these lovely cocktail tomatoes, straight from the glass house down the road, and all I'm going to do is just quarter them and pop them straight into the pot. Next up, I'm going to go for my mate the cabana, and again I'm just going to sort of follow those same sort of like chopping pieces that we would with the carrot. These are cooked in the smoker, so really nice smoky flavour. That's going to go in. Beans. It wouldn't be a cassoulet without any beans. These are actually tinned beans. We're using those because it's not going to cook as long as a traditional cassoulet where you'd use dried beans. So we're going to pop those beans in. Wonderful. Again, just giving it a nice little stir around. Going to pop the chops in. Push it down. Happy days. What do we got? Our stock. A little bit of beef stock, homemade. Look at that sort of dripping on the top. That's going to go into the pot. Colour is absolutely amazing. Wonderful. And one last thing. A couple of fresh bay leaves. The lid. So what we're going to do is a really delicious, herby, buttery, golden breadcrumb that's going to go on the top of the cassoulet. So we're going to get some nice parsley, and I also have some thyme, which I'll just pick off. I've got a little pot. We've got our salted Australian butter that's going to go in there, and what I'm going to do is just really gently melt that butter. And while that's happening, I'm going to combine our breadcrumbs along with a good seasoning, sea salt, pepper, and those herbs. Okay, give it a toss together. Butter is melted, golden goodness, and this I'm just going to drizzle over the top of all our herbs, and then using a spoon just mix it through. It's looking good. Oh, look at that. And then I'm just going to bend over here and just sprinkle on those breadcrumbs just to sort of finish it off. So we're going to pop the lid back on, and I need to get some coals on the top because that's going to act as our heat source, and that's going to be our grill for our breadcrumbs. I think we just got to serve it up. This is the big reveal, the exciting moment. Let's have a look at this. It should be nice and golden and crispy on the top.